Yo, what is up, doggies? We officially have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm feeling myself. Now, I know 1,000 subscribers isn't really that much with how big social media is. It seems like new influencers just pop up every day. But 1,000 subscribers is a great start, and it truly does make me more happy than almost anything, just knowing that people actually enjoy the shit that I'm putting out. Like, honestly, one of my favorite things to do in just general is just to make people laugh or entertain them, and YouTube is really just a perfect outlet for that. And I really just want to thank everyone who subscribed, and thank everyone who's in my Discord, everyone who comments. You know, I really love the community that I somewhat have. I know it's very small at the moment, but there's really nothing I love more than seeing the same people comment video after video, or people joining my Discord just talking about random shit. And also, I want to say thank you to everyone who dropped like any kind of positive comment, because like I've gotten a lot of positive comments just saying shit like, you know, great job, or your channel's underrated. And every time I read one of those comments, it truly does make me like really happy. Like, a lot of times those comments will come in right when I'm getting no views on YouTube, and you know, I'm not feeling myself, and then I just get this positive ass comment. Like, thank you guys. I just want to say thank you. And also big thanks to all the people who came from my TikTok and subscribed to my YouTube. That was a big help. TikTok really helped my channel grow. But yeah, really what I'm trying to say is you guys are all just my doggies, and I don't mean that in like a degrading way. I mean, you guys are my fucking dogs. And something I've noticed about my subscribers or my dogs is a lot of the people that are subscribed to this YouTube channel like to make their own music. And let me just say, if you do make music, please join my Discord and send your music through the Discord, because I either want to make a video like reviewing my subscribers' music, or just start adding, you know, subscribers' music to the end of my videos instead of the Nirvana song that I have going right now. I'm not sure if I really quite have enough doggies subscribed to this YouTube channel to get that going, but you know, I want to try. And if you are going to do that, please make sure your instrumentals are copyright free, because you know, I won't be able to look at your music if it's not. You know, I'm trying to get fucking paid, doggies. Just hit 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, thank you, doggies, and send me your bangers if you have some. Now we're going to answer some questions that I've gotten on my previous videos. First comment I'd like to take a look at is commented from a channel called Misfit. He says, 1, your thoughts on Odd Future. And my thoughts on Odd Future are that, you know, I'm a pretty big fan of Odd Future, if you guys couldn't tell by the amount of Earl sweatshirt videos I got on my YouTube. Now, I'll be honest, I was never really that into Odd Future, you know, like while he was in his prime, you know, when everyone was still together and they're making new music. But I do remember my brother was a big fan of Odd Future at the time, and I just remember him showing me some Tyler the Creator and Earl sweatshirt when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I just remember being like, god damn, this is some of the coolest shit in the world. Like, just seeing all these rappers, you know, just saying all this rebellious, you know, fucked up shit, it really scratched my rebellious itch that I had. And when I first started, you know, like getting into music for myself, Earl sweatshirt and Tyler the Creator were really the main two artists that I would listen to. As for Earl's debut mixtape, Earl, and my opinions on it, I really, you know, haven't listened to it that much. The main reason I don't really listen to this album at all is because it's not on streaming services. I mean, if it was, the title track Earl would most definitely be on my playlist. But I would say I definitely prefer Earl's later work than, you know, his debut mixtape, because, I mean, his debut mixtape, he just seems like he's just saying all the most fucked up shit he could possibly think of. I mean, I still think it's a good mixtape. Earl has some crazy wordplay and rhymes throughout each song. And I like that it's a different vibe than the rest of his albums, because, I mean, throughout this mixtape, Earl is just doing those, like, fast, non-stop rhymes. You can tell he was definitely inspired by MF Doom. But he also manages to make his own unique sound. It's kind of like a more depressed, just like NC-17 version of MF Doom. But personally, I much prefer Earl's later work over this mixtape. Like, I feel like in his later albums, there's just a lot more that I can relate to than in his debut, where he's just saying some of the most fucked up, wild shit that you can think of. Next question I'd like to take a look at is from an OG goat known as Cheeto Dust. He says, what are your thoughts on the separating the art from the artist phrase? Is there a fine line where you just can't enjoy their content anymore because they're bad people? And if so, what is it? Now, I really like this question. I like this question so much that this was actually a topic I had written in my notes that I was just going to make a video on before anyone asked, so I'm happy to answer this one for you. In my personal opinion, I really couldn't care less if the artist is a good person. It really just matters to me if they make bangers. And I mean, the main reason I say this is a lot of artists just end up being really fucked up people, I feel like Kanye West, very crazy man, you know, right wing, says a lot of wild shit. The Beatles ended up just beating their wives. Morrissey of the Smiths is just like really racist and a terrible person. But all the people I've named have also made countless bangers. And the way I see it is, as long as the music isn't pushing any fucked up messages, there's really nothing wrong with supporting an artist who's done some fucked up things. And I feel like if you're gonna be an artist of any type, making music, movies, or writing, you're probably gonna end up being a little bit fucked up. Like, I don't know, I feel like anyone who chooses, arts as a career are usually just like depressed or angry or just a little bit fucked up. Basically what I'm saying is artists, they aren't the happiest people. And personally, I just think the people that are, just a bit fucked up tend to make the best art. Like, if you're just a happy-go-lucky guy with, no outlandish ideas or any real big problems in your life, you're probably not gonna make any bomb-ass art. Like, it's usually the people that are struggling the most that make the things the most beautiful. So yeah, in my opinion, listen to whoever the fuck you want, but it's also perfectly understandable if you don't want to listen to someone because, they're really fucked up. Like, I understand, maybe you don't want to turn the Chris Brown on. Alright, last question I got, and this one's a bit more of a serious question. Imagine Drake, or however you pronounce his name, ask, you ever have depersonalization? I've had it for a minute now and was able to come to grips with it, but now starting to feel empty and not connected to myself or family members, and that reality is all a lie. I don't know why I'm commenting this, just feeling lost. Let me just say right off the bat, I'm not a fucking professional therapist, and depending how bad your depersonalization is, the best advice I could give you is just to seek professional help. But to answer your question, I have experienced a little bit of depersonalization in my time, and I'll be happy to explain, how I got through it. Basically, for me, I'd say the only time I ever really struggled with depersonalization were the days following my DMT trip. Like, after my trip, I was just pretty certain that, all of reality is fake, and, I was just really confused of what was even the point of all of this. Like, what am I doing? And the realization that I came to that, helped me get past all of this is really just that nothing does matter. And I don't mean that in a negative way, saying nothing matters, you should just sit down and do nothing, what's the point of life? But what I'm saying is nothing matters. Like, there's not a certain objective to life that we all need to hit. We don't all need to be happy all the time. It seems many people try to look for like a certain answer in life, something they can work for, something that will give them meaning, but at the end of the day, there's no definitive meaning to life. This world is just completely absurd. And I personally think the best outlook to have is just to embrace the absurdity, not try to question it, figure out, what the meaning is, how to be happy. Like, at the end of the day, what does it matter if this is all real or if this is all fake? You're still here experiencing, what you think life is, and just make the most out of it. And also, I should say, if you're struggling with depersonalization, the best advice I could give you is cut off all drug use. Drugs, and especially psychedelic drugs, are a big no bueno for depersonalization. Alright, well, those are all the questions that I found that I wanted to answer. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. The Beanie Galoon YouTube grind is just starting. You guys are just here early. Soon we're going to be at 1 million subscribers. We're never going to stop uploading bangers. I'm going to be trying to upload videos more often. I'm aiming for like 1 or 2 videos a month. And yeah, again, I just really want to say thank you for you guys sticking around and enjoying my content. And as always, peace out, doggies.